Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Alien vs. Predator Galaxy YouTube channel. I almost said podcast then. This is Aaron Percival, aka Corporal Hicks, and joining me as always are.
Adam Zeller, aka Ridgetop.
Eric Adams, aka Xenomorphine.
And we're back with what I expect to be a relatively quick motion tracker video on the teaser trailer for Prey. Every live stream we've done recently has been, when do you think we'll get the trailer for Prey? And I think recently I was like, I'm feeling confident about this month, about May, and I was right. It was May, so
And we got a release date and a rating.
Indeed, but we'll bring the trailer up now. We'll have a quick watch, and then we'll have a little talk. And there's not really going to be too much to say, but we'll share our initial impressions and some of the stuff that we've learned since.
Ooh, August 5th.
There we have it.
Okay, so what are initial reactions then? I'll pass over to Eric. So when you saw it, what did you think?
I will say when I first saw it, I think I did mention to you guys that it had a weird sort of color palette lighting thing. It felt a little fan filmy, and I noticed some other people said that. And then I watched it because I've got a little iPhone SE, so it's a small screen. But when I watched it on the TV, it didn't have that problem. So I think anyone who has that issue, watch it on a bigger monitor. Yeah, it's got the vibe I was hoping. And it's a teaser, so it's got just the right amount of information. I hope they release nothing more than this. But yeah, it does what it says on the tin. It's got some nice cinematography, like how it opens on the forest from above. And I liked that we didn't have any characters saying any words in English. I was waiting for that communication there. So I'm still holding out hope that it'll be a non-English speaking film, or it'll just be body language or something. But yeah, it had a really nice vibe. I will say the laser designator sound seemed a little loud, but that's just a trivial thing.
It's trailer editing as well.
Yeah, but I liked it, and I've noticed the feedback is getting more positive, so I've got fingers crossed, and this has done nothing to dampen my expectations. This is what I was kind of hoping for, so more of the same, please.
Okay. I'll go next since Adam's muted. Yeah, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It is I think a really good teaser trailer. A lot of the problems that people have these days, myself included, is the trailers giving away too much of the films. I still think we're gonna get a full trailer, and with them calling it a teaser trailer, that normally precedes a full. So I'm sure we will get a bigger one with more in it. But as a teaser trailer, yeah, I really dig it. It seems to be continuous scene or related scenes. And I like what it shows. I'm kind of disappointed we don't see the Predator a bit more in it. You can kind of see a blurry Predator in the background of one of the shots, and I don't think you can quite see the cloak. So I would have liked the cloak to have been a bit more prominent in it, but that's just me wanting more, because as I'm the kind of person that loves loves to see the outfits and the suits and the creature design early on. That's part of the fun of the lead up to me. So it's left me wanting more. It's done the job. It's been a teaser trailer. I completely agree with you, Eric. I would be quite interested to see it as a film that's entirely subtitled. With the Comanche language and stuff. I don't think we're going to see it, but I wouldn't have minded no English speaking in this at all. That would have been interesting, or could be interesting depending on how we go. But what about you, Adam?
Yeah, so I'm feeling positive. I think the teaser trailer was intriguing, and it's kind of like I told you, Aaron. It very much is a teaser. I don't think we've had a teaser that's this much of a teaser since the first AVP, where we just saw glimpses of the suits. But I really enjoyed it, and I like the vibe that it has going on. Um, again, we don't really see much. We just have this intense scene, and then it cuts to what seems to be happening a little bit later. But I think it's good that they don't show the predator, especially not yet. I mean, you should play those cards close to your chest. I mean, you look at the
Yes.
marketing campaign for the predator, and it was very much just show us everything. And I feel like a way to kind of get people interested in the franchise again after that movie will be to keep that kind of hidden. We also saw that with the Predators teasers in the regular trailer, even. Like it showed a bit of the Predators, but we never really saw them too much until the film itself. And yeah, I also would like if the movie just went full apocalypto and had subtitles, but I don't see that happening. And I remember some of the screen tests where they were speaking English, so that's kind of what I expect.
Screen test for what?
For well, not sorry, not screen test, audition videos.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They,
Yeah.
they were. Yeah, that's right. And also joining us is Mr. Omega Morph, David. How did you feel about
Hello,
the trailer?
hello. Quite positive actually. I mean, it is a teaser, and we cannot, judge a lot from what is essentially a very short sequence. But I like that they immediately establish, the setting, which is kind of different compared to the expectations. And one friend of mine, Dutch director, Benjamin van den Doel, shout out to him. He made this very interesting point that the movie is going to be on Hulu, so it lacks the pressure of a theatrical film. That in turn means that they can do more creative things with, say, the ending, maybe. Of course, this is too early to say that, but I think the alternative setting and combined with the director, and they say it front and center. This is the guy that brought you 10 Cloverfield Lane. We had this kind of bizarre, kind of alternative sci-fi look and vibe. So this teaser has me hopeful, kind of way, and I like the Predator in a new, different setting, kind of thing. I haven't been keeping up as much as you guys, but yeah, it looks promising to me.
What are you on about? It's in a jungle. It's a remake of Predator.
Wow.
Somebody's still salty about that third movie.
Woodlands, but
I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
Unfounded.
it is. It is essentially like the third act of Predator made into the first act, in essence.
I am just being facetious, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh,
David.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
structurally makes sense too. I mean,
Well, no, it
it's like
does look.
spinning into a different direction. I know you're saying it in jest,
Well,
but
it's
it's
just because
interesting.
that accusation was thrown at the third movie a lot, which Aaron and I
Which
totally
it
agree with. But
pisses me off so
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
but
Oh,
the
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
but
Aaron is like Predator Stan. Okay, okay. I
but the
can
setting
I can
is
live with
very.
that, Aaron. I accept you or how you are.
But the setting is very cool looking. I mean, it's very mountain forest where they shot this up in Canada. But yeah, it does kind of evoke that sort of Revenant feel, and we've seen some of the filming locations that they scouted out, and it's a really good area up there. So I'm very happy with the setting of this movie. I'm just kind of curious as to how far beyond the natives are we going to go. I know there's been some rumors with the whole flintlock pistol and everything. Are we going to see anything beyond the experience of the Native Americans here?
I will
Um,
100% be surprised if it is not the story of Greyback and that pistol.
well, maybe that'll be a side thing. I don't know if that'll be the main thing or
Yeah.
not. I think we could have more than one predator here. I mean, you see both Kyle and Dane were on the set, so could be more than one predator.
Yeah.
True, true. But has the trailer done the job? Are you eager for more now,
Yeah, I
or
am.
you?
I hope they do an in-person event, a premiere of some kind. That would be fun. But
Just so
if
we can
they
get you
don't,
into it.
yeah, exactly. If they don't, I'm gonna do like an event at my house. I'll either do like an outdoor projector thing or just use my home theater. But I'll make a night of it. I'll invite some people over, and as soon as that goes up on midnight, we'll watch it.
Yeah, same. I'm
I,
gonna
I
book it off.
I would like to say something about the shot we did see. I mean, I could be completely wrong on this, but I got the sense when you'd watch the whole thing, I think using the tension of the bow, they are trying to send a message saying we are aiming for tension here,
Yeah.
not
Oh god,
just
yeah.
splatter porn. They're aiming for tension, and they're using the bow as a sort of a subtext here because it's a mark. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get tension, and it could have just been me. We did do a recent Alien 3 thing, but picking it up with her running, Naru, I think her name is,
Mhm.
and she's running through the forest. I got that vibe of in Alien 3 where Ripley is running through the corridors and she's going to say, it's here, it's here, it's here. I think you've got a good balance of sort of adrenaline and then, something is
Pause.
around the corner. Don't
Yeah.
move, sort of thing. I
Yeah,
think that it bodes well.
I think. I think the tension in the trailer was great. Completely agree there, and I hope it is something that carries through to the finished film. We do also have some news that I'm sure will be a relief to some people and will cause other people to just go, yeah, duh, at me, as I'm finding out today. And that is that the film is officially R-rated. I know a lot of people like to jump to the assumptions that because it was Disney, it was going to be a PG-13, but Hulu has officially announced it as an R rating. So if you're one of those people that was genuinely and not being a dick worried about it being PG-13, rest easy.
Definitely. And well, it was also kind of spurred on, I think, from some comments
Yeah,
from
John
John
Davis went to.
Davis when he was like, "We don't know if it's going to be RPG-13 yet," which don't say that about Predator movie.
Yeah,
Come on,
don't say that about
even
your
if it
adult
is.
rated.
Yeah.
But that,
But
I mean, even like Ridley Scott, when they did Prometheus, he directed two versions of scenes just in case, even though they were going into it with the assumption that they'd be doing, an R rating. It is something that they have to consider, but it's just always nice to get that confirmation and.
yeah, and I just going back to one of the things you said real quick, David. I do think that streaming movies do take a lot more creative risks, and I think that's why they're so popular. Like Hollywood is kind of its own worst enemy sometimes with their mainstream films because they try and make them by committee too much and they try and make something for everybody too much, and sometimes that really works. But I do feel like there's the old saying that if you make something for everybody, then no one's going to be happy with it. Um,
Yeah, because the Predator. We saw the Predator last time. I don't remember if our commentary has been released yet.
Not yet.
Not
no,
yet,
but it needs
but
to.
you're gonna see it, and I'm kind of very clumsy in it, but but one thing I don't think we mentioned, or we did, but briefly, is how the humor is kind of Marvel-like in the Predator. I felt that in the bones when watching it, and I'm like, yeah, this is Shane Black. He recently did Iron Man 3, for Marvel. He knows what's sticking the audiences, so he tries to do that to Predator. And another Marvel-like thing is, setting up the next movie, like with
Mm-hmm.
this suit that looks like, it's a clear attempt to adapt to popularity. And this is why I like, you know, that they've gone to Hulu because of what I said before, and also this because they don't necessarily have to, try and cater to the big masses and stuff. They don't have the pressure of the box office and everyone pointing at you and saying this is a flop, because people thrive on that. They
And
thrive
that,
on that.
and I think that's something Steve Aspel talked about recently as well. In relation to this or Alien, I can't remember which way around it was, but there was oh yeah, it was for the studio's anniversary, wasn't it? Recently, he talked about this idea of going to streaming for either Alien or Predator. I can't remember which, and how it was allowing them to the freedom to try different things as well, which again, is perfect. Give me some weird experimental stuff. When it came to like the anniversary shorts, it was the weird experimental ones that I enjoyed in that. So I'm really keen to see what sort of risks Trachtenberg took with this one.
Well, not too weird, otherwise we venture
Not
into
too
Yeah,
weird.
Alien
because
Not
we
Resurrection
went there with the
territory.
prequels. See, that was
not
what was so good about those shorts, is that they balanced doing some new and interesting things with that kind of back to basics feel for Alien.
yeah, it was simple with the twist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it seems like Hulu will, at least for the next while, is going to become the platform for Alien and Predator content. We have the series FX on Hulu. We have the Alien movie we just found out about is coming to Hulu now, and this. So
Which it'll
who
always be a
knows when we'll
bummer.
see a movie in theaters
Yeah.
again?
It'll always be a bummer not seeing these things in the cinema. But it's like I said recently on the forums, the majority of my watch time watching these films is on my arse downstairs in front of my big ass telly.
It's just the age we live in now.
Yeah. That's always going to be the way it's going to be, just by the nature of, it's in the cinema and it's out. So yeah, I'm going to miss it. But my concern is more like we've talked about on the streams in the past, Adam. My concerns about being able to buy it after the fact, but
Yeah.
it coming straight to streaming is not a concern for me. It is not a commentary on quality. This isn't the straight to DVD age of 2000s. You don't need to worry there.
There's been some really good, even just plain horror films that have been just streaming only, and they can be like diamonds in the rough when you find them. There was, I forget what it was called, but it was Love and Monsters or so. It was a film about someone who was backpacking across the country in a post-apocalyptic world, and all the world's wildlife had been affected by some kind of radiation. But it was really surprisingly good. There was some really chilling stuff, like a gigantic centipede thing, and a dog was almost eaten in it. I'm not saying it was horrific, but it was really effective visually and tonally. I was quite surprised to find that on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Being on streaming is not an indication of quality, but
Not at all.
sadly, you're getting a lot of the fandom assuming it is and saying, well, they clearly haven't got any faith in this. Well, clearly they haven't released a trailer yet because they don't think much of it. Really? This is Disney. I mean, they put out trailers for much worse things. It's no indicator of quality.
It's just a
it'll
different
be
world.
ready when it's ready.
It's a different environment that we're living in now. Disney has absorbed this studio and gone, right, your
Yep.
stuff can go here. There's still a big, there's still a big studio. They're just having a reduced slate anyway. It's just a different world that we're living in when it comes to the cinema releases.
I mean, if it's bad, but it won't be because of this.
Because it's on Hulu. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's just a different entertainment landscape we live in. I mean, the Oscar Best Picture winner this year was, I think, Apple TV. And you're seeing shows and movies with huge production value and great cinematography rivaling that or exceeding that of theatrical releases. And that's, again, it's a really interesting entertainment landscape that's kind of Brave New World, kind of thing. Even a series coming out like Prehistoric Planet that I'm really excited for, like the CG in that looks unbelievable. And that's just a
Oh,
series on Apple TV. So
don't get me started on that.
Yeah, I'm sure you're stoked for that one too,
Oh
David.
my god, you have no idea.
Dinosaur nerd over there, by the way, in case
Yeah.
people were wondering.
I mean, Dinocaris acting like Baloo. I mean, it's not a topic, so I apologize. But
That's
you know,
fair.
I cannot resist. You know.
And there's
Right,
also another piece of information. The director Dan Trachtenberg replied to someone on Twitter stating that this was not an origin story, and there were some questions to that because of some comments that producer John David made that this would be
John
the
Davis again.
John Davis, that this would be the first time the Predators would show up on Earth, and I always figured that was just producer speak, and it seems that
Yeah.
that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between this and the age rating, I think this is a lesson for people in all fandoms not to make assumptions on the first bit of news,
No,
even if
we
it
don't.
comes from someone involved. It's just their perspective. It's
That's
not
not the way it works,
cast
Eric.
iron.
That's not the way
I
it
know,
works.
but this is what people should keep in mind. There's been so much brown stuff hurled at this project.
You're
based
tilting
on
at
just
windmills there, mate.
assumptions.
You're tilting at windmills.
Yeah, it just annoys me so much.
Well, me too. But pick your battles. That is not a battle you're going to win.
Anyway, this turned into a podcast, but
not quite. It's not been 3 hours.
But cool teaser. I'm hyped. I wonder when we'll see the trailer. Probably July or June or something.
Yeah. So release is August 5th. So I expect we'll see a full trailer next month in July.
Yeah, it's looking good so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
I mean, you just know we're gonna get the money shot of the Predator, and people are like gonna screen cap it and trace over it and say, this looks wrong.
I'm sure we'll see some of that.
Let's not descend there yet. Come on, we've been upbeat this episode. Let's not go.
Let's be hopeful.
Let's not go off.
I mean, I look forward to that.
Well, when we do the 3-hour episode on the full trailer, we can bring it up then. How about that?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Oh, actually, before we go, just for time's sake. So as of recording, the 17th of May at 7 p.m. GMT, the trailer on 20th Century Studios channel has 847,136 views with 12k likes and 8.7k dislikes. So it's still in the positive, but it's past halfway for the negativity there. But I'll wait until I see the finished film before I decree it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, obviously YouTube if you're here. AVP Galaxy or Alien vs Predator Galaxy, and the website is avpgalaxy.net. If you're hardcore enough to want to actually go to the effort of signing up and joining in with nerds, we do also have a message boards. So come and join us and dig in. This has been Corporal Hicks.
Ridgetop.
Xenomorphine.
Omega Morph.
Signing off.
Or get into the chopper.
Get into the chopper because it is
But
Predator
there weren't
related.
any choppers back then.
No, it's time travel. Don't worry about it. Get into the wagon train.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll have to do.
Wigwam.
Thank you, guys. Bye.